Morning. Good morning. How is everybody? This is a Saturday morning, 8:45 here at my shop here close to north of San Diego. I'm going to talk about motorcycle tanks, how we fix them, how the process is, how we set them up. I have two half tanks. So I'm going to show you the first one. So this one is the same customer, and you can see that I've got a dent right across here on the edge. What's up, Simon? How you been, man? All right, and then I've got another one right here. So a nice crease here, nice dent here. For this type of repair, for this one, I'm gonna access that one right here. And then for that one, luckily there's a petcock opening right there. So I'm gonna access it right there. Harley tanks can be pretty challenging to work on because of the gauge of the metal, and it's very awkward to work on because on the bike, usually the handlebars are in the way, and we really need to access all around the tank, as you can see right there. If that was on the bike, one of those dents would not be able to be repaired, actually both of them, because those handlebars would be in the way of our reflection. So this is what we do. People send their tanks to me, or they drop them off to me from different parts of the United States, or they come here in San Diego. This is a busy season for the tanks, so everybody wants their tanks fixed so they can go out there and do their summer cruises and whatnot. Generally, it's slower for me to do tanks because everyone is riding, but it's beginning to become nice out there, so that's why we're getting a lot of gas tank. So let me show you the process here. So you can see it's pretty intricate. We put it on a vice stand right here. It's a special stand just for motorcycle tanks, fenders, things like that, anything to do with motorcycle tanks. And another reason why you don't want to let anybody just work on it. Look, PDR is like plastic surgery. You don't go looking for the cheapest guy. You look for the best, because you only get one chance to do it right. There's a lot of steps that we do to make sure that these tanks are going to come out great. We also understand that motorcycle owners, they love their tanks. And if they love their tanks, they want somebody very experienced to do a good job. That's why they're bringing it to us, so they can keep the original paint and just so I don't have to go to a body shop. Now, I do have an apparatus. It's an arm from a friend of mine called Get a Grip, getagripnow.com, if any of you dent techs are interested. I've got a cordless butane heat gun, and that's going to heat up the paint, because the clear coat is so thick on here that if I try to push this cold, the clear coat's going to crack, and I don't want that. Matter of fact, I got a stand right here just to make sure it's very steady and sturdy. And let's get into the light reflection. So not all dent guys use the same reflection as me. Some of them use fog. Most of them use fog. I use lines, because you can see that it's casting a reflection across that dent. Heck, I could even use my blinds if I wanted to, because those are lines as well. This LED light is very intricate. This is the map for me to see what I'm doing at all times. So you can see it's pretty intriguing. So how do I get to the dent? What kind of tools do I use to do that? I'll step over here. Let's go take a look. I have a lot of different tools for this. Oops, that's the lights. So these are some of the tools that I use to remove these dents. These tools go in those little openings, the fuel opening or the petcock. I put different tips and screw them on. Sort of like these, not exact ones. And I apply pressure. As I apply pressure, the metal expands. I tap down, do it again. The metal shrinks some more and whatnot. So actually, I am going to bring some of these over here. And I invest a lot of money into my tools. I'm going to go through the process. I'll find out what tool is going to work the best, size it up, get ready, turn the heat gun on, let this thing warm up for a few minutes, and then I'm going to start pushing. It's not as easy as you think, though, unfortunately, because you don't just pop that dent out. It's not gonna work like that. When a dent gets hit, the metal moves. It's called shock waves. These little skinny areas right here on the lines, this is where the hard part comes. We're gonna work it, and the metal needs to go back towards the center. So we gotta release pressure, bring it back, push, tap down, repeat that process very, very slow. No rushing. And then we'll have a beautiful repair at the end. So I will show you how it looks. I'll show you a little bit of process as well. If you got a motorcycle tank, you got a fender, you even got a dent in your vehicle, please contact me, 858-943-9676. Even a scratch in your bumper, panel, let us put that pride back in your ride. Contact me or message me up front, up on top right here that you see. You can send me a photo there as well. Thanks a lot. I'll check in back with you guys later. Have a good one. All right, guys, you pardon the noise, but I've got the heat gun going, and I'm warming up this this tank, and I'm going to use these new pivot tips right here that'll help push out some of this. I've got a custom 90-degree tool. And what I'm doing is I'm starting a little bit at top because I'm going to bring this metal in a little bit more from there. Then I'm going to come back down here. I don't want to just throw this metal like real quick because I don't want to pop any paint. I don't want to crack any paint. And anybody looking, you PDR techs are checking out new tips, the pivot tips are legit, dude. You see them cleanly pushing. There's no high spots. I make this look easy. Anybody who's watching this think this is easy? If you come to my shop, I'm going to lay $1,000 on a hood, and I'm going to put the smallest ding in, and if you can glass it, it's yours. And I'll give you an hour because my value of my time's worth something, so I can't watch you all day try to do it. But anyways, I don't know what you guys think. I'm not a nice guy. I am. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make a point. But anyways, here and here, look how clean the metal's coming together. I'm gathering the metal flow towards the center so I don't over push or lock any pressure up. There we go. Now it's getting a little tight. Let's see how much more we can push. I'm gonna check this tip, see how it's holding up. Tip looks good. Tip looks good. Okay, just gonna put this up a little bit more. I think it needs a little bit more heat. Scotto! It's my boy Scotto from Boston. Did I see Jason Banks on there too? Eddie! What's going on, Eddie? I haven't seen Eddie in a while. Okay, so I'm touching it. What I'm doing is I'm making sure it's nice and warm. I want that clear coat to be hot. Sorry. Yeah. There we go. Kevin McBride. Ooh, all the heavy hitters are coming on, dude. Okay. Yeah, that's getting warm. Let's go righty-tighty. Don't need that hot. I just need that clear coat to stay flexible. Again, if you guys are just joining me, I'm using the pivot tips. Pivot tips are super legit. There you go. Look how clean that's coming up. No push marks. I'm gonna turn my board just a little bit, see? Like that. Working that. Looking good. So, I'm gonna turn this off for a second and explain. All right, thank God, some quietness here. So the reason why I'm not going aggressively and keep trying to push here, you see, if you guys notice, anybody, you dent guys, want to know some lines? I'm giving you a tutorial right now. See this outside? See this pinch? And see that pinch? That's my crown, okay? That's where my trapped pressure is at. So I'm gonna take one of my soft tips and tap that down. Why? Because I want the metal, this to come up more naturally. If I'm pushing right now, I continue to push it, I'm going to force push it. I'm going to make my high spots. I don't want that. I want to prevent high spots. And I want to do always predictive pushing. So when I'm pushing, I want to see what it's going to do before I commit. Is it going to stay high, or is it going to want to come up naturally without making a high? But I can identify those highs really quick, those crowns, just by how thin it is right here compared to over here. It's kind of bowing in, so that's telling me, hey, there's some pressure. And I'm turning it this way. It's harder to see, but the more I turn it this way, I can see it, and also see a little pinch in here too. So that's how I'm identifying stuff. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here. I'll probably make this a YouTube video down the line, but I am recording it as well on my phone as we speak. This is all on phone, obviously. High spot here, low here, crown here, crown here. Identify the crowns. This is the most important part. Guys get too aggressive and they try to push it all out once. They get greedy, and guess what happens when you get greedy? You pay the price. Either you're going to have a lot of cleanup work at the end, or you're going to crack paint. And if you guys are just joining me now, how I was removing that dent that quick was with this pivot tip. Great thing about the pivot tip is that it has a steel plate inside of it. So I'm not going to bust through that tip as quick. Now he does have newer ones coming out that's going to last a little longer, but it's cool. So it pivots right on the area I want, not over pivoting, just perfectly. And it held up pretty good with heat. Now supposedly these are the first ones. He says these didn't hold up as well during heat, but I didn't have a whole hell of a lot of heat on there. I just had it nice and warm. And this really did a great job. So if you haven't had any of these tips, get it. And what they do is they fit on the R4 like that, okay? And then you just pop it on, okay? Click. And it stays on. Stays on awesome. So I'll tap down here, I'll tap down there, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the end. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys how it's done. In fact, I should just take this off right here, because I will put it on my videos just to let customers know how I do this. So that's the process right here. All right, I'm Mike Toledo. If you've got a dent in your gas tank, you got a dent in your car, you got a scratch, you can name it, give me your contact. Give me your contact. Call me 858-943-9676. If you're on Facebook page watching my page right now, go to my message up there. You can send me a photo there. Hit me up. Let me know. Or if you're interested in PDR training, you want some advanced training, you want to learn some lines, hit me up too as well. All right, I'll be happy to talk to you. Take care. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. See ya. Turn that board a little bit. A little bit of pinching right here. Now we're going to push with the R4 right here. I'm not going to use heat on this one because it's very, very soft, and I got the core of it out. Boom. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back. So I've got a tool like this now. And what that allows me is, because I told you I needed to come back a little bit, that 90 degree was just missing. It was like only could get to this part right here. So this allows me to come back and reach down in here. I'm gonna keep it at this distance so you can just get closer in a second. But you can see it, I can completely reach down here now. That's where I'm gonna start. And just kind of walk up that. I might just turn some heat on just to be safe, okay? I don't want to pop any paint here. Staying on that line. The push marks, predictive pushing. Okay, now we're in sand. All right, what's going on? I'm back and I'm all set. So I just want to give you a heads up. I got one more to go, but I'm gonna just knock this one out myself. I'm not gonna be doing any video on it, but this is the second one. I gotta unmount the other one, and this is the second one. So let's go see how this one came out. All good in the hood. Look at that. Nice and clean. That's what we want. We want nice and clean. Take that light away. Let's see the natural reflection. Oh, what natural reflection? We still got lines, right? Those are super fine lines, my blinds right there. So that's what we want. Nice big fat dent that was out. LED light on. Super good. Super clean. So tools used. Well, I have a bunch of them. I've got my paddle. Coming back in stock soon. R4 tap down. VIP plastic tap down. Very crucial at the end. Midpoint for those crucial small pushes. And obviously the pivot tip that was in the beginning of that repair. So very, very good. Lots of heat, of course, right there. And obviously one other key ingredient, me, experience. All right, contact me 858-943-9676. Message me up top if you'd like, or hit me up for any questions you may have. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend, and don't do anything I wouldn't do twice. Take care.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mike Toledo. Thanks again for watching. If you are a Dent Trainer member, number one, I want to say thank you very much for being a member. Two, we've got some exciting announcements to make later this summer. And for those who are not a Dent Trainer member and you like these tutorials, Please keep in mind, I'm only showing parts and bits of these tutorials. It's not completely all in depth. I don't want you to think that I'm taking any stuff away from you, but there is a lot more details in the main part of denttrainer.com. You'll really like it because keep in mind the smaller details make the bigger steps more polished. And if you want to be that polished tech, you want to learn PDR on how to do things clean and professional online, maybe you don't have the budget to come see me directly for personal PDR training, denttrainer.com is the perfect platform to help you get started in good habits. My name is Mike Toledo. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.